What is going on YouTube? AJTBLS here, coming to you with part 2 of Road to a World's Invite because I might not get the World's Invite through the Academy League. I'm coming to you in August here, going to review the replays from the Raw. So Raw is where you go to after you graduate from Slifer. When you win Raw, it's a 4-man double elimination tournament. The winner gets put into an obelisk where it's a 8-man double elimination tournament. And if you win that, you get a World's Invite. So again, this is the Raw. You have to submit a deck list. The bracket will be up on the screen. It's kind of randomized who you're against. You have an idea of like who's in the Raw player pool because it's all public info of like who is eligible to, participate in a Raw. There is a little bit of information that you know, but they fire it when they hit 8 people and they make 2 different brackets, so you're not 100% sure who's in your bracket. So like in case, let's say a duelist like Matt Uber, who plays Cyberstein OTK decks, you don't know necessarily whether or not he's on your side of the bracket or not. So you don't know, like you can't pre-side and submit like deck lists that are super counter to their deck list without the risk of not running into that player. If that makes sense to you. Again, I wanted to thank everybody for all of the support I've gotten for coming back and releasing the first video covering the Slifer. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for anything else. I just do it to give back to the community and make content and, just go from there. I enjoy doing this, so I'm happy that others are enjoying. So let's go ahead and just talk about the deck list here. Again, I wanted to play Warrior for this one. Reason being is that I felt that there would be a lot of Chaos Turbo and a lot of other Warriors, and I like the mirror match for Warrior, as you can see with my deck. It's quite standard, 15 monsters. I know a lot of people run 14. I did 15 here in just one jar. The 15th monster, I know people are kind of on the fence with Maining of Faith. I like it. There's a lot of spells in this list here, and also you hold on to it, they're quite likely to throw away like a nobleman from either a duo discard or a charity discard, so eventually your faith will get some value. And if it doesn't, they nobleman it, they lose their lights, which are probably more important to us because we only run 1 chaos monster, being the BLS, and they run 2 chaos sorcerers as well. And of course I'm talking about Chaos Turbo or Chaos Control or whatever. Yeah, and I main deck Zambira. I felt that there would be, either a lot of Turbo or a lot of Warrior, and a main deck Zambira can catch people off guard. People will special summon their Sork in defense. I can run it over. Zambira is just massive in the mirror match, so I did this. And then the trap lineup, we got 14 of them. Just 2 dust shoots, 1 jar. Talk about the side a bit. This is for the mirror match or burn, the Cypher Soldier. Again, this is for just specifically burn. It's such a massive card in this deck. 3 spies for the mirror match and against Turbo. To be honest with you, I decided this in all the time. I think it's just such a powerful card, especially when they remove the noblemans. I don't even know if it's right anymore to remove the noblemans against Warrior because everybody's doing it. Okay, nobody's talking about it. Every single Warrior player, I want to say every single, let's put an asterisk on that. 90% of Warrior players are siding in flips of some sort, whether it's Moth, Deco, or Spy being the most popular one. I don't know if removing nobleman's even right anymore for game 2, but regardless, continuing, 1 extra Kaiku being her 3rd for the Chaos Turbo matchup, Mobius for burn or against Warriors, and then 2 more Zambiras specifically for Warrior. A Mind Control goes well with the spies when you side the package against Chaos Turbo, so like if you take a spy, you have a spy. 2 walks specifically for burn, 2 dust tornadoes for burn and Warrior, and then 1 more shoot for when you're going first against Chaos Turbo. So that's the list. This might be a little longer of a video because we have some replays to review here. Let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start with the match 1 against Zogler. Really good player from Greece. I've played this guy quite a bit. He's good. He's generally on Chaos Turbo. He likes back to square 1, if I recall correctly. And I haven't watched this replay since I played it. So let's go ahead and get into it here. Well, life's good. We're going first in the open pot agreed with a Warrior deck, and you could set everything. So, yeah, just use pot here, and, I agree with this. Summon your biggest guy and set the house, so if you get delinquented, who cares? You could search out another guy with your Rhoda, and yeah, so Dust Shoot, he has a pretty powerful hand here. The play is just to send back TD, in my opinion. It kind of sucks because he has Breaker, so if he actually goes for like the normal summon Breaker attack, play, it hurts. He actually has quite a counter hand to our hand and the ring, because we're going to probably have to solemn something. Let's see how this plays out. He'll start with upstart. He bricks on the upstart, which is cool. And he summons Breaker. I'm choosing not to solemn it. I'm kind of just praying that he chooses to pop and not go to battle phase, because I know he still has Pot and Graceful. And he pops our Solemn. And now he's setting to play around a Dust Shoot. I don't have another Dust Shoot. Again, I'm not saying he's a newer player, but I think this is just a mistake. There is no way in the world I wouldn't Dust Shoot after the upstart. Yeah, I wouldn't risk, turning off my own Dust Shoot here, especially when the Breaker is a problematic card for me. So, whatever. And it looks like he's not on Chaos Turbo. He looks like he's on this Relinquished deck. And he just chooses to pass. So we know that ring is likely set. We should just be summoning, yeah. Can't go Dawn here, because if we do, he'll just take out one of the guys that can beat over the Breaker. So we have to go this route, and then this I'm sure will get rung. Okay, yeah, he's ringing the Breaker. That's fine. Holding Cryo, passes, and then now he'll be going, I'm sure, for the Senju play. We do not have a Solemn anymore, so we're at risk for Heavy Storm. Thankfully, he is setting cards himself, so it turns off, the attractiveness of a Storm. He draws into BLS Tsukiyomi. He's choosing to make a Relinquished play. What do we do here? Well, the risks are that if you Torrential, it's, I guess, not really a neg, because he had to go neg to make the Relinquished. The risk is that you give him a Light and Dark right away. I think you do TT. What do I decide to do here? Yeah, I decided to go TT. That makes sense, because it's also not guaranteed he would attack. And he passes. So we're facing against this card that didn't interact with us last turn, being that he used the ring. I think the play is you go Dawn here. Let's see what I decide to do. I do decide to go Dawn. I'm happy I decided to do that. Dawn walks. We're looking to hit a BLS. We miss. We hit Sook. Still a +1. That feels good. He draws Wing Blast. Yeah, he has to bring out BLS. Let's see what he decides to do. He does decide to banish, of course. We have an exiled play, drawing Call, so we should just be going for exiled here. Yep. That's going to walk. Set our Call of the Haunted in pass. We're in an okay spot. He draws Sangan and attacks us for 1,000. That's obviously going to go through. We draw Faith. This is a good spot to set Faith, but we decided to go a different route. We should be popping the card that didn't... yeah, this we know is a bluff, so run this over, stop the bleeding a little bit. We're in a really good spot here. On his turn, he's going to get whatever he searches. We have access to removal. We still have a Saku. We're in a good spot. He searches Serp, and we're deciding actually to go bring out the Kaiku. I guess we know this card's completely dead. We are risking a Tribe top deck, but again, you'd have to top it. And I don't really even know how bad that is, even if he does, because we'll have a Faith. So it's not the end of the world, and we decide to banish out the lights. I like this. And he is bricked up. We actually could have just normal summoned the Faith and went for game, but I feel like if this card is not Serpent, we're at risk of losing, so we're just playing it safe and giving him another turn here. Yep. And that's a wrap. So we'll be going to the next game. He's just noblemening for information, and now we know he also does not run Faith, so noblemens become worse. Going into siding here. Let's pull up back our deck list. I know that Kaiku goes really hard against these type of lists, so I'm assuming we added in Kaiku, and I'm assuming we added in Spies. Probably removed our noblemens. We gained a lot of information there that he doesn't run Faith, so we can also assume he probably doesn't run any other flips. On to the next game here. Zogler's going first. He has a pretty good hand. We also have a pretty good hand. Let's see where this duo selects. Duo hits our Storm. We should be throwing away Blade Knight. It's a no-brainer. That searches out Relinquished, and he sets 2 in sets 3 in passes. So, yeah, he knows our Storm's gone. So, yeah, why not? We draw Mobius. Fire out the Graceful. I think our pitches here, this Dawn is optimistic. We should probably be throwing away the Dawn and the Blade, I think. We decided to throw away Mobius. I mean, we don't know the back rows, right? We're just trying to, I guess, beat them down, and Mobius is inherently a -1 unless it does resolve and pop 2 things for a plus, so this does make sense. It also gives us Light and Dark right away. I guess we would have had that with the Dawn. Not sure about this. This is definitely the safer route. And I agree with starting with the Blade because this is probably going to get answered, right? And we want to have a Kaiku that can walk and banish some things, but he decides to let it go. And we're setting both here. He hits our Rhoda, unfortunate, but we keep the Saku so we can protect our guy. What does he decide to do now? Decides to spin the back row, and then he'll go Zumbira for a clear clean. This is a good sequence by him, man. Keeping the breaker in the hand. We're just going to set our card and pass, and now this is easy breaker food for him. Keeping another Wing Blast. Yeah, he's playing his cards really, really well here. We're in a bad spot. We have no play but to summon this and try to run it over. He should just allow this to die. He does, keeping the Snatch in hand, and we should just set our Solemn. For him, this is a clear play. Battle phase attack. And pass turn, he's in a good spot. We draw Saku, kind of dead, and then he just tops Thunder Dragon holding the Charity, so he's rewarded for his patience here. He's playing very well. See, now this set makes sense. Both these cards have not been tested for shoots. So this makes sense setting before. And then he tries to use Graceful. We do Solemn it. This is probably the right play because we're under no pressure. I mean, sorry, this Zumbira is providing no pressure here. And, yeah, so he decides to go Tribute, trying to get us for some damage. I agree with this, especially because you have a Snatch. I think a cool play actually would have been Wing Blasting this card. Making me draw this back. It's likely not chainable. So then you guaranteed get me for 16. I have to set it again, and then I'm set back a turn. In our perspective, I mean, I think you probably have to Saku. If we decide to take it, we're gambling on something just to beat it over. I mean, I guess you could. We're in such a bad spot, but all right, we do decide to Saku. We draw Spy, which is huge. He draws Pot. He uses the Upstart. He does not Wing Blast. Oh, he does Wing Blast. Okay, so we're drawing it next turn. This is a Summon Kaiku attack. This will connect. Unfortunate for us is that he does have Snatch set. And he's debating on his banishes. I think taking the lights makes sense. And then we're going to set our Spy, of course, and pass. He tributes so we don't gain life. That makes sense to me. He should be attacking this card. Doesn't mean it's necessarily always Spy. It could be Faith. Takes 4. And we're down here 4 cards to 2. Draw Breaker, which is massive. This should be a summon. I think we should actually be looking to trade here. Pop and Bump. Reason being is he's keeping a card in hand. This card could be Tribe itself. And we would like to pop one of these back rows. Let's see what we decide to do. Yeah, we decide to do the Pop and Bump route. And if you have Mirror Force here, I don't think you use it. It doesn't make sense to. This is a good draw for him. And so we reduce the deficit to 3-1, now 3-2. We do miss a draw, keeping it in hand for, potential Tribe draw. It's passing turn. This should be summon, attack the Manju. This should be met with a Mirror Force, in my opinion. He decides not to. This one I think might be a mistake because this DD Warrior Lady will clear the Zumbira for a trade, so this is fine. And we get value actually by eating a Dust Tornado, which is good for us. So he clearly doesn't run another way to bring out Relinquish. He only runs one, I assume. That's why he did it this way. We take a little bit of damage. We draw Faith. Staying alive. This is interesting. We didn't flip up our own Faith here. Reason being is we're super low. And we can't really take the damage, and he will end up attacking it. So let's see what we decide to do. We draw space. We delinquent here, so now we're even going lower, and we're deciding not to again flip it up. And let's see if it cost us here. It did. So yeah, we gambled that we would have this spy live for a bit, and we also gambled that the card in his hand was more valuable than just a serpent, and we cost ourselves the game. That is not great, because if we flipped this up and took charity, I wonder what would have happened. We're just spacing for info. So if we took charity, we would have been in a better spot there, and then maybe even throw away the delinquent. But to our credit, I guess, we didn't draw a battle trap, so I think we still would have died. But the game would have went on longer. Okay, we're going first in game 3. We had some good moments in that, and we also had some bad moments in that. I'll say that for that game. Some good, some bad. Our opponent played well. Okay, so we have no Trinity. We do have Exiled Call, and we have Torrential. I think the play here should just be set Jar, set TT, pass.
Oh no.
We decided to say, okay, if you have Storm, you're going to get a +1. You know what, honestly, it makes sense. This hand is actually quite bad. It's probably one of the bottom... This has to be a bottom, like, 5% hand for Warrior. Maybe bottom 10%, because we have some traps at least. I guess bottom 5% would just be all, like, monsters. He has Pot and TD, so we're playing from behind here. Don't think you can torrential this. He attacks us. Obviously, this will just take this, and he sets two back row and passes. We should be looking to dust, setting call after. We do. If this is right, just in case this is dust, you don't want him to. You don't want to reveal where your jar is. So, like, just in case this was dust, we're leaving us a 1 in 2 chance because you would just pick one of these. That he hits our duster, like that he dusts our jar, and we chain it. So this is right. He rings it. We probably should jar now. Yep. And we're left with the decision here. Do we bring out a preemptive Call of the Haunted on Breaker to run this over? Or do we just gamble that he summons, we could TT and have save the call for later? I think you just pass. I think you just take the damage. We decide not to, want to clear it out. Okay, let's see if that works out. So we clear the body. He draws space. Decides to go the Black Illusion route. I think we should be torrentialing here. I don't know what we decide to do. We do TT. So this is good. I mean, he does get Light and Dark, but again, with Exiled, he can't really kill us unless he specifically has... no, there's no way. The ring is gone, so unless he has like a premature burial, but even then he'd be short. So we're not dying this turn. Sets a card and passes. We should be using this Delinquent, I believe. Looking to hit that Snatch. Never lucky. He should be throwing away space, of course. We summon Kaiku, try to attack him. He decides to eat it, so he's gambling that he can snatch this card and beat us down with it, letting it go through. I think that if you are him, this is probably right. This is a good snatch target, and I'm going to have to kill my own card after using Blade Knight or something, so this is probably right. Just eat the damage. It does turn off your Chaos, but you have another draw on your turn. And in our position, we are stabilizing here. Let's see what he draws for turn. He draws Saku, which is beautiful for him. He decides not to snatch. Interesting. I think we just go to attack. No reason to summon. I think this might have been a mistake. I think he should have used the snatch here. He Sakus, passes, we summon, and he lets that go. Okay? Because we tested for TT in our mind last turn, right? We don't know that he has snatch and all that. What do we do here? Ring is gone. We could just eat the 2K. Hope to draw Zambira. Let's see what we decide. This is a critical turn. If you Saku it, you're preserving a little bit of life, but again, this is only hitting you for 1,000. You also could draw Breaker or Space and keep your card alive. I don't know. I think we could eat it. We decide to Saku, back down to 2-1, and we're drawing for turn. He keeps Tribe in hand. We go to summon and attack, and he eats it. Okay, this makes sense again, because you have Tribe to clear whatever you draw. So he draws Storm, which is dead in this spot. Of course, he's going to pitch it. We're going to take 16, and we're getting quite low. Let's see what we draw here. That's an okay draw, but again, we're low. Have to exile the Tribe. That always doesn't feel good. And we set Ring. So we turned off this chaos because of his choices earlier with holding the TT and Snatch. I think that it was for the Snatch and the Kaiku. I think that's right still. And we got fortunate he dead drew in quotations and he passes. We draw Kaiku. This obviously can't go through. We don't know that it discards TT, but still the play is summon attack. And if this connects, it's game with ring. So he uses Torrential and passes. And he bricks, drawing back to square one here. Sets it as a bluff and passes. We should be setting our Saku. He draws Wing Blast, some defense. We draw Blade, go to summon and attack. I think he has to eat it. And let's see what he decides to do on his turn. Draws Upstart. He should be using that card. This is a great spot to chain ring. Great spot to chain ring. It forces him to use Wing Blast in response, pitching the card in his hand. Let's see what we do here. Do we chain the ring or not? We decide not to. So we're deciding not to chain ring because we decided in real time we're going to go to battle phase, attack, and chain ring after he Wing Blasts. So this is cool. So if we decided not to do it the first time, we're not going to do it again. Mirror Force is not gone, but you could still summon. You could still summon because we have a ring down. So if he goes Torrential, which is gone, if he goes Mirror Force, you just ring one of your guys. Yep, so we're doing that play. Good correct option is to attack with Blade first in this spot, just in case he plays Kinetic, so we can try to kill it after. Lets it die, go to attack for game, and we should be ringing this card. Okay, so we got there. I like how we closed out the game. He drew really well. He had some spots where he made some decisions and it just didn't work out. I think him dead drawing the BLS actually probably cost him the game. Ring worked out to be a fantastic draw. And let's move on to our next opponent. So here we are against Shaggy Powers. This is a friend of mine, Tyler, Florida Man. That's his nickname. Really good player. He likes aggro decks. He topped Worlds, got like 3rd place, I believe, with Earth Aggro. A lot of people credit him to be the godfather of Earth Aggro, so it's our pleasure to be playing against him here. And at this point in time, we know his deck list, so we know that it's on, or not his deck list, but we know what deck he's running because you have to post your replays after you win. So we've seen that he's on like a Chaos Return Warrior type deal. So I'm assuming it's similar to like Splevin's lists or Dingo Sigs. So let's go ahead and get into replay here. We lose rock, paper, scissors, and that's fine. You know, half of the game we have to play going second, so it's part of Yu-Gi-Oh. He opens quite a powerful hand here. I like his opening play. No reason to charity right now. He can see what I have, and then you can make your decisions from there. So he's sending Tribe. This says to me that this card is probably, as we suspect, a Gravekeeper Spy. We should be, yeah, so we're setting to play around a second Dust Shoot here. This is correct. Because we're going to be setting these cards anyways. And then we exiled and pass. His turn, we Dust Shoot him. We should send back the Kaiku for sure, because it turns off our Premature Burial, etc. That was an easy decision. And then he's going to fire his Charity. Good draws. He should be throwing away that Zaborg and throwing away the Koichi. And then he should be setting Deco and passing. He's deciding to go the Tribe route. I know you have Ring down, but I guess you have Mirror Force too. He's just going the aggressive route. I don't know. I feel like the Koichi would have been better in this spot. I know you're trying to push damage. He's got that Ring down, but let's see if it walks. Yeah, dust a new card. Go to attack. He's going to have to ring it. That's fine. We should just be setting Solemn and passing. Draws Pot. Have to let Pot go, I think, or else we could just die, because we'd go down to 23. Any normal summon kills us. This is unfortunate. Have to let this one go too, for the same reasons I described, and now he's going to set the Deco. This one's nearing unplayable for us. We need a monster here. Draw Blade. Blade should be attacking the Tribe. Okay, so we're reading he has a card in his hand. Could be anything. Possibly a tribute monster. And so we have to Solemn Zaborg. I mean, we got his monster off the board, but we would have already, but now we get the Zaborg, so I guess maybe this is going to work out. This works out, obviously. We're coming back. Attack. Set and pass. Klon back here. He sets and passes. Attack Horse Lack turn. Should work this turn, unless this card interacts with us. We draw Tribe. We don't summon it. Torrential's not gone. Mirror Force is. Maybe we should have just summoned it and said, if you have Mirror, you have Mirror, and go from there. Doesn't matter. He drew BLS. That's going to be game. So we lose this game here, and he has 100% lethal down because he has Solemn. So let's go to the next game. Unfortunate, because we were clawing back there. We were gaining some motion. Going into game 2 here. Sorry, let's press pause. We sided in again. Clearly, our spies. Probably gonna be keeping into noblemen's because we've seen what he had. I think that's just about it. Spies and mind control. Okay, back to the game. We have a pretty good hand here. Use pot. I think the set should be spy and dust tornado. Should be spacing and setting solemn. Yep. This is unfortunate for us because the actual play here I think is pretty clear. I think you need to exile this set, which really sucks. But yeah, what can you do? Sometimes it's Sangan. Takes Angel. That's light and dark setup for later. Also runs over a spy. Yeah, seems good. We should be setting everything else passing. He sets Deco and passes. I like this set by Shaggy. You know, I have no answers to face downs, so this seems good. We draw Mobius. This is a great spot to tribute for Mobius here. He's thinking, and he uses Solemn. I think this is a mistake. You know I probably have Solemn down, so you're Solemning, and I'm just going to pick the other 2 cards. So yeah, we get a clean plus now from Mobius. Does cost us our Solemn. There's no reason to bring this thing in attack mode. Yep. He draws Spy. Okay, so he's using Prio. That's fine. No reason to negate this. We're expecting now a Chaos Maneuver because this is light and dark. And these are the same types. This is an easy torrential. And now we're at 1 card to his... Sorry, 3 cards to his 1. We're drawing for turn and our set Solemn. We love this spot. Yep, go with the Sasuke. Cool. And this one should be game over. Good spot here. Does not have material for that. So his play is to set Spy and pass. Yep, summon Breaker, attack with Breaker. Take 100 and pop the Spy. So the Spy's buying him some time. He has 1 more turn. We Solemn it. Yeah, might as well. No reason to put it face down just in case he has Nobleman. And we have a Solemn for anything else that he does. We actually can't lose now. There's no card that he can have that makes us lose this game. So we're going to win this game with another Solemn down. So we're going second in game 3. He has a playable hand. It's not very good. Our hand is very good. Set Spy, set Mirror, pass. Makes sense to me. We should probably be using Grace. Yep. We should probably throw away our Spy. I'll explain. There's a very, very likely chance that this card itself is Spy. I mean, obviously we can see the cards, but if you Nobleman a Spy and you keep Spy in your hand, you turned off your own cards. Alternatively, you could keep it and not Nobleman and then Mind Control, but I'd like my discards to be Spy and something else. Maybe Spy and DD Warrior Lady, turn on our BLS for later. Let's see what we decide to do. We throw away Spy and we throw away Mind Control, so we are dead set on Noblemaning this card. Okay, so we're going this route. This does give us Light and Dark for later, assuming that we send this card to the graveyard. This actually is a mistake, and I'll explain why. So, Breaker, we're going to have to Torrential. That's a -1. We could have just easily thrown away this card, turn on our Light and Dark for later, keep our Mind Control, and then pressure with, like, Kaiku. This is a bad turn by us. This is not good. He does draw Graceful. Graceful's good. No response. Goes Duo here. Hits our BLS. Unfortunate. Now we should probably be throwing away... Now it's getting bad, right? Probably should throw away Zambira. We keep Sambaira. I guess we're reading. I mean, yeah. Okay, so we're reading that he has Spy in hand, right? We have no way to beat over it. Need to keep the Zambaira. And Shaggy keeps his Spy in hand, knowing that we know that he has Spy, and instead Torrential, it sets Sangan. So this is a good play. We're thinking that this card here is Spy. I mean, I guess you have to summon into 2 back rows. I don't know. Yeah, we go try to exile it out, and he's just going to Torrential. This game is now lost. We are not going to be able to come back from this one. He draws Snatch for turn. This is fine, I guess. You just have to eat it. The only way we're going to come back and win is via a plus from TT. Summon attack. He uses Saku. Take it. Straws Ring. This is becoming a nightmare. Attack face down. No reason to mirror force it because you have Snatch. Yep. Yeah, this is just game. GG. Don't like how we played this one. I wonder if we let our BLS become active and, you know, pitch different cards if we could have won. But that duo, so that duo would have could have still hit the BLS. I don't know. Don't know. I do think we end up still losing this game because of the way that he drew on that turn, following the turn where we made the wrong discards. However, we did indeed make the wrong decisions with the information that we had at the time, I think. So, that being said, when you make a misplay and make the wrong decisions, you do deserve to lose regardless of how your opponent draws. That's the way I look at things. So, we're going to lose this game, and it's deserved. He'll just ring it in DP. Yeah, it's game. Okay, so now we are in the loser's bracket. And GG to you. So Shaggy moves on to the winner's side, where if I get paired versus him, I have to win my next round, and I have to beat him 2 times. So let's go ahead and get into the last replay of this Raw for this video. The finals, I'll make its own replay. So we're against Zogler again, and we know what he's on. He knows what we're on. We already played against him. And we're going first. We have a unit of a hand. Play is to use this duo. He opened 2 TDs as well, so his pitch would be the other Thunder Dragon. Oh, he pitches Sangan. I think this is a mistake. We just set and pass. Reason this is a mistake is because, yeah, it sucks to eventually draw this card later, but for sure the other pitch is Thunder Dragon. Reason being is your TD's already messed up. If you draw it later, you draw it later. This Sangan is good value, especially versus Warrior, so you should be looking to keep your Sangan, buddy. This is obviously going to get bet with Ring, and then he's going to use Pot, and main phase 1, pitch for 1, so he avoids drawing it later. I mean, it just doesn't matter. And he actually draws 2 pretty good cards. We should be looking to take his hand here. I don't care that he has 1 TD. You should be looking to take his hand. Alright, let's see what we hit. We get fortunate, he hits the Snatch. Now we don't even need to set MST. Should be setting Mirror. Yep, pass. His play is quite clear. It's summon that, summon the Manju. Get the spell. Set TT, or what did I set? Call? Oh, yeah, Call's good. I mean, if he has Storm, he would have probably used it last turn for that play. Again, take the 14. Eat it. He's clawing black. He's clawing back. His deck's doing his thing. We draw a Nobleman, dead card, passed, set. Oh, we just set the house. I mean, listen, at this point, we know he doesn't have Storm, and these 14s are adding up. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. If he has Storm, he has Storm. We open good, but he is clawing back. Upstart for some life is good, hoping to dodge Heavy Storm. Hoping to dodge Storm again. Is he okay with 14? He is. Good play. This 14s are adding up. If he summoned, he would for sure lose because we would just TT. We actually have to Saku this. He just passed his turn. This should be taking Blade. Yep, set it. He doesn't have Storm. Alright, we're going for his hand. Going for his hand. This is great pressure, too. We do miss. Draws upstart. Hoping to dodge Storm. We do dodge it. He goes for the Black Illusion Ritual play. Brings out Relinquished. And we should not be Torrentialing. This is all fine. We have space set, so we can't be that much danger. Back to square one. We're drawing Dawn for turn. I'd mirror. Let's mirror it. This is his Torrential. Yep. Okay, Dawn's coming down. Need him to brick. One turn. No mill. And he bricked. Yep. Okay, cool. That was a fun game. A lot of back and forth there. Needed him to miss. He needed me to miss some turns. We both had some turns of missing, and then eventually I got there. So going into game two, similar siding pattern to we did in match the first time versus this guy. He has a pretty interesting hand here. I don't want to say it's great, but having access to, like, you know, BLS early, yes, it's not turned on, but eventually it will be. This is a interesting hand. It has a lot of playability. Our hand is okay, depending if the spy will walk. So let's see what he decides to do. Just goes for this. This is probably his best play. Our play is just set spy pass. Tax face down. So we're doing what Classic Warriors does, right? We're just monster clogging, bricking up, turning off our own Blade Knight for becoming big. I think this play is quite simple. I think you summon Kaiku, try to bump, and pass turn. We go Sasuke. I guess we're trying to eventually banish this card. This is fine. He actually doesn't run Spy, so this might even be better. And he declines the bump. Okay, so in our perspective, we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. We ate out a battle trap. That's all we were trying to do. This comes down, and he's probably going to set Mirror and pass, right? Yep. We draw Breaker. This is a great spot to bring out the Breaker, but we decide not to. Bring out the Kaiku, and he actually lets it die. Okay. He draws Zambira. Back to square one, brick up our draw, snatch, and now he has Light and Dark. This makes a lot of sense, and he's going to bring out BLS and just smoke us here. Yeah, this is a great turn by our opponent. He just bricked our draw, got his Light and Dark, and took us to the cleaners here. This is game over. Yeah, I'm going to go try to summon attack. Just find out information. I guess we're going to go summon attack, pop the snatch, and bluff set Prima. Try to buy ourselves another turn, but that was really well played by our opponent. Good job. Going into game three, we're going first. Okay, we got Pot. Beautiful. Pot into a Dust Shoot to Prima. Love to see it. Play should just be setting Spy, set Dust Tornado, set Shoot. He doesn't have anything that can run over a Spy except Zambira, and if he does, who cares? He is now officially bricked up. We send the Serpent, of course, to turn off his, to just turn off the immediate card D neutralized play, because you just pick up a Serpent after for the neg 1. So now he is signing himself up to take a neg 1 from card D. I think this is right. He needs to change his hand immediately. We draw okay off of it. He spaces, so Zambira is going to go 1 for 1 here. Or +1 rather, but I get a card, so yeah, 1 for 1 I guess. And he sets and passes. This is now dead for us, but we can keep it in hand for a charity or a tribe discard later. This is a good spot to go Breaker and pop the back row. Force a response, get a plus. Set, Saku, pass. He draws another Zambira, summons it out. This one here is unacceptable. We do have to Saku the new one. And then he'll kill this, bring it down to 17. And then now we can run it over with Kaiku. We should be summoning and attacking. Keeping Rhoda in hand just in case this doesn't work. Also, this is a pretty clear spot to try to get out some of those darks, get a Kaiku on board. This is good. This goes through, and we have now 5 cards to his drawing for turn 2. We should probably... I don't even know if it's worth setting anything. We do set shoot, trying to get some value out of Dust Tornado in this spot. He draws pot, so nothing's ever free. He does decide to go pot. I know he was thinking there to see if he can wait a turn, you know, just in case this was solemn. Yeah, nothing you can do here. It's good. Keeping Rhoda in hand just in case he has a Chaos Maneuver or something for later. This is interesting. This is a passive play. Okay, let's Rhoda now. Attack face down. Yep, Blade. Probably Suki is our thought. Lets it die, puts that face down. He draws Relinquished. So I guess holding our Rhoda for a turn worked out. We do have a Solemn down, so... and also next turn our shoot will be active, so this is huge. I like that we're not attacking with this Spy. We'd be forced to Solemn a Mirror Force, when in this spot we're actually not forced to Solemn Mirror Force if we don't want. And pass turn. He's thinking and draw face here. Passes Prio. We're going to Dust Shoot, Sender, Relinquish. We now have the information. He goes Storm. I'm not Solemning Storm. It's fine. Lets it go. This will run over our Kaiku. We take 200. And if we kept in Zambira, this is a great spot for it. Gain 1,000. We take Blade. And we're going to bump them. We know his hand is relinquished. Get him for 12 and set Solemn so that we have a little bit of pressure with protection with Solemn. I like it. He draws Wing Blast. And any monster for us is game. Not any, but most. Yep, attack for 12. He's going to have to take it. Pass. We should be probably setting this card, playing around Duo. Yep. He draws Tribe. No need to Solemn it. It's fine. No Prio. We're reading now that this card is probably a discard trap, needing the card in his hand. Take the damage. Any monsters now game with the Snatch. We don't draw it. Snatch is a good option here because this is 600 damage net, threatening lethal next turn. He does Wing Blast a Tribe. I think we let him have it. Who cares? Yeah, who cares? Who cares? Let him draw Tribe and attack us for 16. And I like that we jar to see what we're going to draw before we make a decision whether he goes normal summon to Solemn it or not. So this is good sequencing by us. Obviously, we're not going to Solemn now that we have a Mirror Force. We draw Faith. Beautiful. We're running low on monsters. Snatch might be the play here. I was going to say you go Mirror Force, then you go flip it up, take Premature Burial, and go for game. However, the problem is that if this card is a monster, and he sets it, it'd be interesting whether we have to take like Rhoda or not. So there's a couple options here, right? So I'll talk about this turn. If you go Mirror Force, and he drew a Spell Trap, you have game, right? Because you'll just flip this up, take Premature Burial, attack for game. If you let it die, you could take Snatch, and then now any monster you draw, assuming that he doesn't have a monster to set, is game. You could also flip and take Pot, which is pretty safe. I don't know. A lot of good options here. Not a lot of monsters are gone, so I think you do have to let it die here. I think Mirror Forcing it is a bad play. Let's see what we decide to do. Yep, and we should probably be taking... We decide to take Prima, so we're going this route. Okay, doesn't matter, I guess. In this spot here, it's our biggest guy. Trying to think if we have lethal. We do not. 412 is only 16. Probably take Blade. Okay, or Manju. We will go to the finals in the next replay. I feel like we played okay throughout. we had a misplay, a actual misplay with charity discards against Shaggy. I don't think we necessarily had full misplays. Again, it's easy to make reads and decisions once you see the cards like show both. So obviously, once we see both, you just mirror force, take Prima, and you have game, right? However, if this card was like a settable monster, it's not game because you can't solve a settable monster, right? Obviously, you can't get through it. So, interesting. Interesting decisions. I think we played okay against Zogler in both sets. Against Shaggy, we played game 2 well. Game 1, we actually were clawing back pretty well. Yeah, I'm okay with overall how we played in general. We did have one clear misplay spot, in my opinion, with the charity discards, but so be it. I will see you in the next replay, hoping to be up within a week. Thank you.